Romans, which was written by Paul. Number 1:11. For I long to see you, that I may impart unto you some spiritual gift, to the end ye may be established. Established through the spiritual gift. That is, that I may be comforted together with you by the mutual faith, both you and me. Now I would not have you ignorant, brethren, and oftentimes I purposed to come unto you, that I might have some fruit among you also, even as among other Gentiles. Tesla. How much taller the Sprinter is than a Tesla. Beautiful community garden. Basketball courts. Table tennis. Splash pad pool. 3 ball diamonds. Down inside like a pit. This is Christie Pitts Park. Public washrooms. There's a water over there. Skate park. Children's playground. Pavilion. Then the hills that go up to flat. And then up the hill, there's like this lovely, like, forever kind of chill area. Christie Pitts. It's amazing. Flat space where Bloor Street is, and you can sit. And of course, this community bonfire pit. Last night I approached here. It was dark. There was some people sitting at those tables over there in the darkness. And then here, I pulled my bicycle up to here, and I came closer to the fire to warm my hands. One gentleman shook my hand that recognized me, and there was about 20 people, 20 or so. I sat here, I had my hands like crossed, like just feeling the warmth. And there was a guy beside me. The guy was beside me on my left with the bench that's facing the garden. And then that group came over here, so I kind of scooched over. I moved my bicycle. Like 20 people here. And yeah, so sitting here, just enjoying the warmth. I was only coming for a second just to feel that's what I do. I like to just, if there is a fire, I want to just get some smoke on me, feel the warmth. This gentleman that was next to me, he was like looking at me. I don't know. Saying something like, I don't know what he said. He was kind of interacting with me, but like enough for me to like, I placed my hand upon him. I was here. And I just said, hey man, like, good to see you, thanks a lot, like, because I didn't know what he was saying, so I was just being polite. And then he says to me, I will shoot you in the face if you touch me again. And continues to go on about shooting me in the face. And like, there's, I'm the minority here, out of the 20 people that were here, nobody said anything. And get my bicycle, and like, I said, hey man, I apologize, and like, I listened to his, I wasn't expecting to be attacked, so I stood here for, maybe 30 seconds, and, got my bicycle, started to go, and I know your face, I will shoot you in the face, I know your face. And so I started leaving, and then one of these other guys said, what did you say to my boy, as I rode my bicycle up this hill, because I came back to move my van, because you can only park for free till 12, and then you get a ticket. I will shoot you in the face, and I know your face. It's a shame, because it's such a beautiful place. I always feel like I have some welcoming somewhere. You can feel the peace here. And so he kind of reminded me of the what's that, Captain Phillip with Tom Hanks, but like the guy that takes over the ship. I'm the captain now, the skinny guy. He kind of had curly dreadlocky hair but shorter, something. I wasn't really looking, because I that's what I do, is I just leave everybody be. It kind of reminded me of the dude that takes over the ship on Captain Phillips. Skinny, kind of like, thin looking, but anyways, I don't know. This is one of the spots I love, and you can park up on these streets, this one and that one, till 12 p.m. for free after all day. And then if you want to, you can move over to Bloor for the evening or for the overnight. But it's loud, so you can just go somewhere else. But this public bonfire pit kind of represents hope to me. Like anywhere, you go to the fire to gather and be peaceful. I did nothing. Gentlemen interacted with me, and so I in good faith, gave him a salutation. This gentleman last night, Paul, a servant of Jesus Christ, called to be an apostle, separated unto the gospel of God. Well, I thought the word grace was here, but the grace. This gentleman last night most likely has his separate events taking place that are unrelated to me. And so although his words seemed harsh and the environment was not combative, but potentially dangerous for me, his outburst was unlikely caused from me. It was me that was here, but it wasn't because of me. He wasn't just happy and then all of a sudden was mad because of me. Perhaps he is a child, perhaps treated poorly, perhaps deserving some grace, which is what we're all about. So although his threats of murder and his associates bestowed the environment of crime upon me in a place where I should feel safe. Grace. Had I called the police and said a man just threatened to shoot me in the face at Christie Pitt's fire pit, what would have happened? The threats they've given me, like that they know my face, is scary enough. So I'm worried that if I do that, then all of a sudden I'm the one that calls the police, and then I got all these locals that are scary, that carry guns or something. But besides that, do I want police officers coming down into Christie Pitt's, interrogating people, over murder accusations? Like, no. So perhaps this child was outbursting from his issues, unrelated to me, even though it appeared to be so. I do not know what the proper course to be. Sorry, the bee stuck in my hair. Come on, bee, you were in my hair. It's not fair. I do not know what the proper course is. But in times when you can make rash decisions, although it seems like delay and slothfulness, perhaps it is actually grace. Grace is a good first foot to step upon. And he chose to threaten my life by gunshot to the face. And then further threatening me that he knows my face. So if you're with your friends and you're belittling others, or you see them doing something unjust, take control of the situation as your own group, and make it safe for everybody. If you don't want stereotypes and you don't want violence and fighting, it's like, step up for your group and don't allow such things. Like, here I am now. I'm gonna read some scripture. I've got these donuts from Machino. I got this hot chocolate that I just made. I just got this honey from that health store on Bloor, and it's the cream. Oh my goodness, really good. There's always so many bees, but I guess I eat donuts every day, so there's so many bees. And there, and now as I left last night, I drove by somewhere, dark streets, and there was similar style gentleman on a cell phone and like looking at me as I drove by, and it's just like, how well organized are people, and am I in trouble? All of a sudden a paradise turns into not due to threats. But I'm trying to be peaceful, and I'm trying to let people be unlike they are to me. So in actuality, the threat might have been low, but it's pretty scary stuff. It's unacceptable. Christie Pitt's Park should have a higher level of quality. And I don't mean clean, I just mean accepting and non-violence. I stopped at the Planet store, not Planet, but Healthy. It's called Healthy. And I bought the honey. And there was a girl sitting out in front of Sistering. I saw her there yesterday, skinny girl. She's sitting on a huge duffel bag and has a backpack. I saw her yesterday, and then I saw her again just now when I went to buy my honey. And she was, out in the morning, sitting in the sun, just kind of the things, that warmth. It probably takes somebody good to be out there in the warmth. I decided that I wanted to give her something, $20, but I left the store, and I felt like not doing it just because weirdo. But I don't want to let society dictate the gifts that I give to them, or other people tell me that I'm weird, but really I'm actually intentfully good. So I turned around and went back to her, and I said, "Excuse me." I said, "I saw you sitting here," and she didn't even look at me. But what can you expect? You can imagine the threats or the harassment, especially that a woman would get. And so I ate my pride, and rather than her greeting me like I expect, you know. And I said, do you mind if I give you a gift? I said, hello. I said, sorry to bother you. I saw that you were sitting here, and do you mind if I give you a gift? And she said yes, without even really looking at me. And I fumbled around and gave her a $20 bill. And she looked up at me and said, thank you very much. And I saw her smile. And so I'm still out here for the people. But it just is hard sometimes. My life has been threatened a few times now. And so, last night I just left and I wasn't super scared. All these 20 guys could have did whatever they wanted, but I wasn't totally frightened. But just the fact that that is what happened. He threatened to shoot me in the face among his 20 friends while I was alone and the minority in the middle of the dark. And nobody did anything for me. Here at Christie Pitts Park in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm trying to establish our rights and freedoms from judicial misconduct. And it makes me that much more unsettled because the locals that we're trying to support are making my points invalid because they're threatening with, undermining me while threatening me, while I'm taking criticism from jurisdictionists. It's weird. It is weird to take it from all sides, but I also get good from all sides. We could go into that, but I just wanted to note this whole thing. I'm gonna eat these donuts and read a little bit and drink some hot chocolate. But that lady sistering in Toronto is for women. It's a women's place that they can go. I don't know. It's right on Bloor. I always see it because I love Bloor. But she deserves to spend a $20 on her beautiful sunny September day, and so we enabled that to happen. God bless you all. For he that is forgiven little will also love little. I was gonna say that's what I try to do is include people. Don't disclude them. I saw you and I'm gonna disclude you and criminalize you, or I'm gonna assault you and threaten your life. It's no. Both sides of the law do that, and that's why I don't appreciate it, because I get it from both. But do the opposite of that. Include people, make them feel welcome. Greet them with a polite gesture of warmth, good faith. It might get you threatened, but it's the right thing to do. God bless. Now sitting here on Bloor, of course, with my donuts and hot chocolate, and I'm watching all the baby carriages go by with the children laughing and with their loving parents, and I just can't help but connect the events. God bless.
This water coming out?
I don't know if they're pumping it out of the bottom or.
It has to be pumped, right?
Yeah, I don't know because it didn't just get here either, right?
Yeah.
So